Where Gemini is adaptable, intellectual, outgoing, and chatty, Scorpio tends to be secretive, focused, intense, and determined. Gemini tends to take things lightly, including their lover. Scorpio, on the other hand, has a very deep need for emotional connection and intimacy. Scorpio is generally very loyal to their lover and very connected to the relationship. In a Gemini-Scorpio relationship, they'll need to learn to understand and accept one another's differences, and if they can, they will be a nearly unbreakable couple. A Scorpio will trust their partner deeply, but when the partner appears to be flaky or disrespectful, that trust can be quickly broken. A Gemini's flirty and playful nature can easily trigger jealousy and distrust. If one falls in love first, and that feeling is not reciprocated, then it can be hard for them to synchronize, and the relationship may be over before it begins. In a Gemini-Scorpio intimate relationship, both the parties will have to work through their emotions to be able to connect together in an intimate relationship. These signs are so far apart from each other in the emotional world that it can cause a disconnect that takes away from a sexual relationship. Intimacy can be successful between the Gemini-Scorpio couple if the Scorpio can become relaxed by the Gemini's lightheartedness. Once relaxed, the Scorpio can give in more to their creative side, helping spice up bedroom activities to please the Gemini. But if the Scorpio gives in to their dark, masochistic side, and the Gemini is unable to laugh this behavior off, it can lead to disaster. When it comes to Gemini-Scorpio friendship compatibility, each have their own ideas about how life should be conducted. Neither can be easily converted. That's why it can be difficult for these signs to form a friendship. The Gemini-Scorpio companionship is full of energy and intensity, so the likelihood of great adventures, but also conflict, is rather big. The friendship between the Gemini and the Scorpio may be based on the different ideas these two natives have regarding how life should be lived. The Gemini is very knowledgeable and always talks about facts when being involved in a debate. The Scorpio is never afraid to go beyond limits and to discuss any taboo subject. Scorpio isn't afraid to shatter taboos and challenge limiting attitudes. Independent Gemini finds Scorpio's jealousy distasteful, while passionate Scorpio can't comprehend Gemini's composure. They do appreciate each other's keen intellects. Communication is a strong point in the Gemini-Scorpio relationship. Geminis can communicate with anyone, and the Scorpio's nature will feed into their curiosity and pique their intrigue. If and when the Scorpio gets into their dark mood, the Gemini will continue to communicate unless the mood gets too depressive. The only issue with communication may come from the Scorpio, who often seeks communication from those with the same depth as themselves. When paired with someone that is more superficial, then they are likely to try to dominate the conversation. If they share common interests or have similar goals, then communication can be even more successful, and it is a great starting point to build a relationship on. In a Gemini-Scorpio relationship, if it is to be rated, it can merit a 4 or a 5. Both differ in their emotions and ways of doing things. Scorpio is fixed, whereas Gemini is mutable, and together they will always have a hard time reconciling and agreeing with each other. What this relationship needs is compromise. A Gemini-Scorpio couple will never learn how to adjust to each other's ways if they do not try to accept each other's flaws. Scorpio should see past Gemini's inability to commit and be firm with their decisions. Rather, try to appreciate their diversity, humor, intricate ways of thinking. The same holds true for Gemini, where they must strive to possess self-discipline and accept and support Scorpio's practicality. If Gemini and Scorpio work hand in hand through their indifferences, the relationship they have may potentially progress.
Thank you for being part of today's horoscope forecast. Your feedback is important for us to improve and provide better insights. If you found our show helpful, please consider rating it. For an uninterrupted, ad-free experience, simply click the link in the description. Your support helps us to continue creating valuable content. Thank you for being here and see you tomorrow.